Hello, welcome back. I'm Erroneous Kaiser. You're watching another one of my monthly comic book pull lists. I get these comics from CBS, and I can only get once monthly shipments because I live in Japan, and for international shipments, they only do it once a month. Recently, because of a whole bunch of stories the publishers are doing that I'm kind of not so interested in, and coupled with less publications coming out recently due to the conditions of the world right now. Actually, this pull list is not that many. I think I've only got like 17 in here. Okay, let's get into it. First up, we have Batman Black and White. This is issue number 2, and this is the Kamome Shirahama Catwoman variant. I think there was maybe like 3 or possibly 4 different variants we could get for this. Right now, both of the big two are doing some black and white comics with a little bit of red added in for blood on some of these. They're all done by multiple artists and writers, putting short stories in. Some of them that tie directly into what's going on in continuity, but most of them not really. Get a nice eclectic mix of stories for whatever character is leading the comic. Next up, Department of Truth. This is number 5. Man, this series is wicked cool. A lot of conspiracy theories, and the idea is if a lot of people believe in something, then it becomes true. So you got this one department that's trying to tamp down conspiracy theories, like the earth is flat, or lizard people exist, that kind of thing. Written by James Tynion, and he's doing a lot of really cool things right now. This is definitely one of them. Next up, we got Eternals. This is number 2. Esad Ribic doing the art, and Kieran Gillen, I'm not really sure if that's how you say his name, doing the story. That's a pretty sweet combo. What we got going on here, so the Eternals, now they're trying to get more exposure, I guess, because the Eternal movie is coming up, so we're going to see more exposure of Eternals in comic print. The Eternals have been slumbering somehow. They've been in some kind of stasis, now coming out of that stasis and being exposed to the world once more. If you're reading comics at all, you know that Immortal Hulk is the best thing that's coming out of Marvel right now. This here is number 43. We're really diving deep into Bruce Banner and his alters, Devil Hulk, and actually losing some of them as well. So there's a lot of impact is going on in here. And the horror story that incorporates a lot of body horror is seriously something I'm really digging. Last God, number 12. Like Eternals, this is a comic where the interior art is just beautiful the whole way through. Dark fantasy and beautiful art, they go together so well. We got Luna, this is number 1. It comes out of Boom Studios. And as you can tell, this is the Jenny Frison variant. She's got a very particular style, right? Storyline goes, there's one girl who's part of this cult. And I guess as we go through the story, she's going to be really opening her eyes as to how screwed up it is. It's kind of like a hippie sex cult or something is where I think it's going. I think we'll be dealing with very controlling members that are leading to the cult, and that kind of the brainwashing and what it takes to wake up from that. Marvel number 4. This is another anthology series. This one not in black and white. But Alex Ross is one of the key people organizing this, which I think says great things about where it can go. Got a bunch of writers and artists showing kind of little slices of Marvel, of places, maybe corners we haven't seen from maybe other people's perspective. It's something Alex Ross really likes to do. Really an all-star team of people working together on these stories. And this Alex Ross 90s cover here, that's really awesome too. This is Miskatonic number 3 coming out of Aftershock Comics. We're in New England, straight out of Cthulhu. This is Call of Cthulhu, Dagon. It's like a mix of those types of things happening right now. I do think the first 2 issues were real solid, and I'm definitely looking forward to the third. Post Americana, this is number 2 out of Image Comics. This is gross, and which is just makes it awesome. Post-apocalyptic world. One guy has escaped from this bunker where it was meant for all the rich people, but they got killed before they could make it there. So a bunch of people who did make it there, the governor there is super controlling. One team tries to make it out, ends up being this one guy. He meets with a group of semi-cannibals and has to kill them all and meet up with his teammate. A woman who had made a relationship with that group out of convenience, but is probably more badass than he is. And then where we left off in issue 1 was the kind of bad people that they all murdered were actually keeping away the very bad super cannibals. So it reminds me right off the first issue of Crossed, like the depravity that these people are going to have to face and murder a lot. I think it's going to be freaking awesome. Savage Avengers number 17. This is, the best Avengers book going on right now. Way better than whatever the heck is going on with the Phoenix crap in the regular Avengers title. 7 to Eternity, number 16. I finally did catch up on 14 and 15, and I remembered why I loved the series in the first place. Jerome Opeña does amazing art. Rick Remender, I don't know, some people don't like him for some reason, but yeah, I usually love everything he writes. This comic probably lost a lot of readers when it went on that big break. If you've forgotten about it because of that, definitely you should check it out again. Stillwater is number 5. We have a town where nobody can die while they're within their limits. Last issue, we had a bunch of exposition on like how the town was dealing with stuff over the past 20-something years. I actually was disappointed that it only started in the 80s. I thought it would be cooler if these people had been alive for 100 years or some crap like that. I think this is really gonna spring off coming up probably next issue. This one right here, probably. Chip Zdarsky, the writer on here, is another guy, no matter what he writes, I'm probably gonna fall in love with it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we got 13 and 14. We can see Lita here on the cover, tatted up. In the current timeline, she's just a kid learning how to do martial arts from the Turtles. And it looks like we're going to get into some time shenanigans on 13 there. We see that time staff that we've seen before when the Turtles have played around with time. This does clash with the story of The Last Ronin that's coming out. But I think 2 just came out. But I'll just accept that as another universe because that actually is really awesome too. Venom 33 here. It's actually Legacy 198. Donny Cates is doing an amazing job with Venom. But we do know that we only got 2 more issues after this until he's going to stop on Venom. And I guess we'll get a new series, probably get a new number 1 on there somewhere. If you don't know what that means, is this current series is number 33. But for Venom titles, there have been 198. So that's what those legacy numbers mean. We only find them when they're dead. I mean, these covers have been kind of disappointing for me with the huge letters and stuff. But the actual interior looks really nice. I do like where it's going. Yeah, space pirate scavenger cowboys or something like that coming on these huge dead gods, and the captain of this one ship wants to find a new one, but he's got some bad blood with the police who definitely don't like him going off into uncharted territory. And lastly, we got Wolverine Black, White, and Blood. This is another one like I was telling you. It's black and white with the addition of red. I guess Marvel tried to one-up the black and white of Batman that DC was doing. And I guess it was successful because now there's Black, White, and Blood Carnage and Black, White, and Red Harley Quinn coming on over in DC. All right, that's going to wrap it up. That is a short one. There are more things coming out, but I'm not really a fan of the future state thing that's going on in DC. I don't really like some of the crossover things that are happening in Marvel either. I really like these more solo stories. However, if there is something you think I'm definitely missing out on, let me know that down in the comments, along with anything else you'd like to say. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I really do appreciate it. I hope you had a great time watching. I'm the Erroneous Kaiser. See you next time.